Good morning, children. Our today's topic is polysaccharides. Okay, before that, we had completed the nucleic acid and the structure of protein. Our today's topic is polysaccharide, but it is here given in a very complicated manner so that I have converted it into the notes form again. So the polysaccharides are actually the polymer of monosaccharides, means many units of monosaccharides like glucose join together to form polysaccharides. These carbohydrates, polysaccharides or monosaccharides, are actually carbohydrates and they can be categorized, all carbohydrates can be categorized as monosaccharides, disaccharides and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides are made up of single units like glucose or fructose, and disaccharides are made up of two units of monosaccharides, and polysaccharides are made up of more than two units of monosaccharides. Okay, so first here the example of monosaccharides are glucose and fructose. Now we are here taking up the disaccharides. Disaccharides are sucrose, like one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. These two are monosaccharides, and when they join together then they form the sucrose. And sucrose is a cane sugar. Lactose sugar, which is present in the milk, is formed by one molecule of glucose and one molecule of galactose. Maltose, which is called as malt sugar, present in various types of cereals, and this is made up of one molecule of glucose and one molecule of glucose. That means glucose only join together to form maltose. And these are what? Disaccharides. Now we are here coming to the polysaccharides. Polysaccharides example can be the starch, can be the glycogen and can be the cellulose. So we are here coming that these polysaccharides again can be categorized as homopolymer and heteropolymer. Okay, so these homopolymer and these polysaccharides, say this arrow is coming from polysaccharides only. That polysaccharide is that's why it is written in the red ink, that so that it will be clear to you that again it is a division of polysaccharide. They can be categorized as homopolymer and heteropolymer. If polysaccharide is made up of only consisting of one type of monosaccharide like cellulose, then it is a homopolymer, and if it is consist of more than one type of monosaccharide like hyaluronic acid is the example, then it is called as heteropolymer. Heteropolymer's example is written here. It is the example of heteropolymer, and homopolymer's example is cellulose. Now we are here coming to the various types of polysaccharides. First is taken up mucilage. Mucilase is a type of polysaccharide and it is formed by galactose and mannose type of sugars. Cellulose is a polymer and it is a homopolymer of glucose, second type of polysaccharide. Third polysaccharide is starch, which is a variant of glucose, means slightly different from glucose only, and cellulose only, and it is a polymer of glucose, and the food is stored in the plant in the form of starch. Glycogen is again the variant of cellulose only, and it is in the form of glycogen. The food is stored in the animal and it is again the polymer of glucose only. So these are the polysaccharides example. One more example of polysaccharide is the insulin hormone, which is a polymer of fructose. Now this is polysaccharides are completed. Now first, before discussing the structure of polysaccharides, I want to discuss one point which is given here in the note, that carbohydrate can be categorized as reducing and non-reducing carbohydrate. In the laboratory, the carbohydrate can be tested with the Benedict solution. It is a type of a chemical named on the basis of the name of the scientist only. So if carbohydrate is tested with the Benedict solution and gives brick red color, अगर ग्लूकोज में बेंडिक सोल्यूशन डालें और वो ब्रिक रेड कलर आता है तो it will be considered as reducing sugar. If directly it is tested with bendic solution and brick red is not appeared, then it is a non-reducing sugar. ये एक उसको then it is to be converted into reducing sugar and then only it is to be tested. So this is one test which is to be performed in the laboratory. Why do it provides brick red color? Actually, the cupric ion present in the Benedict solution converts into cuprous ion by the reducing sugar. Hence, it provides brick red color. This is one note which I wanted to discuss before discussing this. Now it is coming the test of the starch which you have already performed in 9th class. When starch is tested with the iodine solution, then it gives blue black color. These are the reminder for you. Okay, this is to be performed in the lab which you have not performed, but this you have already performed. Now we are here coming to the structure of the glycogen. Structure of the glycogen, this is the structure which you are to see the structure from the book. I have written here the written part only. It is a branch structure as you can see here. Okay, and this branch structure is having right hand is called as reducing end and its left hand is called as non-reducing end. This is its non-reducing end which is branched more, and this is right hand which is a reducing end which is only single end. So right hand is a reducing end and left hand is a non-reducing end. These term I have already discussed you here in the note. And thousands of non-reducing ends are there and one single reducing end is there. Okay, so whether this glycogen is a reducing sugar or it is a non-reducing sugar, so if we find out its detail in through the net, then we find that it is not a reducing sugar. However, it is reducing and non-reducing both the ends, but thousands of non-reducing ends are there, so it is a non-reducing sugar. Now the structure of the starch. Starch is actually forming a helical structure. It's from the helical structure, and due to the formation of helical structure, it holds the iodine molecule, and once it's hold the iodine molecule, so starch iodine complex is formed which is blue in color. Hence it provides blue black color when it is tested with the iodine solution. This reference was given in advance because of this point only. Now it comes the cellulose. Cellulose does not forms the helix, so it cannot be tested with the iodine solution, and it will not hold the iodines because it is not forming the helix, so that it cannot be tested with the iodine solution. It will not provide blue black color. Now here we are coming to the importance of various carbohydrates or monosaccharides and polysaccharides. So plant cell wall is made up of cellulose, everybody knows. Paper, this paper, it is made up of actually the pulp of the plants, and which is again a cellulose. Cotton fibers, which of the cloth is made up of cotton fiber and which is again a cellulose. Now we are coming to the more complex polysaccharides in nature, which are the building blocks which can be the amino sugar and which can be the chemically modified sugar, like glucosamine. And this glucosamine, it is the most abundant monosaccharide which is used to form polysaccharides. N-acetyl galactosamine, this is again a monosaccharides, but they form polysaccharides. Next point is about the exoskeleton of arthropods, that is the insects. Their exoskeleton is made up of chitin. Chemical name of the chitin is N-acetyl galactosamine. Chitin is the second abundant organic substance. Okay, in your book it is written that it is heteropolymer, means they have written commonly, but chitin actually is a homopolymer of N-acetyl galactosamine, and it is a heteropolymer of glucose derivative, but it is considered as homopolymer only. Okay, but here it is written in your book that these are here sorry here they have here written that these complex polysaccharides are heteropolymer, but they have written here for some above ones. Okay, but this chitin is point of question, because it is an made up of many units of an acetyl galactosamine, so that it is a homopolymer, but this is again called as heteropolymer of glucose only. But this is the second point. Okay, if we talk about that it is a polymer of glucose, then it is heteropolymer, but here it is a polymer of an acetyl galactosamine, so that it is a polymer heteropolymer, homopolymer of an acetyl glucosamine, an acetyl galactosamine. Okay, galactosamine, an acetyl galactosamine, many unit write together to form the chitin. So it is a homopolymer of this, but sometime it can made up of glucose, then it will be glucose will join, then it will be heteropolymer, but mostly it is a homopolymer only. It is a point of discussion. Thank you.